Proteins are made up of amino acids, which are like building blocks. There are 20 different amino acids that join together in various combinations to make all types of proteins. Protein is an essential nutrient for a body. Proteins are the building blocks of body tissue and can serve as an alternative source of fuel when needed. Your body uses protein for growth and maintenance. Protein also functions as enzymes in membranes and as transport carriers in hormones. The components serve as precursors for nucleic acid, hormones, vitamins, and other integral molecules. 1 gram of protein contains 4 calories. Proteins are made up of amino acid. As we have learned, some of these amino acids cannot be made by our bodies, hence they are known as essential amino acids, because it is essential that our diet provide them. In terms of diet, protein sources are categorized according to how many of the essential amino acids they provide. Non-essential amino acids are that can be made by our bodies, so they are not essential to provide in diet. A complete protein source is one that provides all the essential amino acids. Complete protein are also referred to as high-quality proteins. Animal-based food sources such as meat, poultry, fish, milk, eggs, and cheese are complete protein sources. An incomplete protein is one that is low in one or more of the essential amino acids. Plant-based food sources such as grains, lentils, and rice are incomplete proteins. Now, complementary proteins are 2 or more incomplete protein sources that together provide adequate amounts of all essential amino acids. For example, rice contains low amounts of the amino acid lysine and high amounts of the amino acid methionine. However, dry beans contain greater amounts of lysine and lesser amounts of methionine. Together, these 2 food sources can provide adequate amount of all essential amino acids required by the body. One pro tip I tell my vegetarian clients that it's okay if they don't combine, say, rice or lentils or beans in one meal. As long as they eat them within 24-hour period, it's okay, and our bodies are very smart to combine all the essential amino acids needed from them eventually. So there's a difference between protein requirements for a sedentary adult versus active individuals. The main factors that determine how much protein an individual needs are training regime and habitual nutrient intake. There are various factors that need to be considered, such as quality of protein according to the biological value of the source, caloric intake, exercise intensity, duration and type of exercise, training history, gender, age, etc. Currently, the RDA, which is the recommended daily allowance for protein intake, is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight per day, which is based on the need of sedentary individuals. This represents an intake level necessary to replace losses and avert deficiencies only. Numerous studies indicate that protein requirements for active adults are approximately double that of the RDA. At least 1.4 to 2 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. Let me give you an example to illustrate this clearly. Let's say an individual weighs 70 grams, that is 154 pounds, and his energy intake averages around 2000 calories per day. His protein requirements depends upon his choice of activity, intensity, duration, and the type, and is one of the following. So the International Society of Sports Nutrition suggests that individuals who exercise ingest protein ranging from 1.4 to 2 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. Individuals engaging in endurance exercise should ingest levels at the lower end of this range, or 1.4 grams per kilogram per day. In this case, the person should consume body weight in kilos, that is 70 into 1.4, which is 98 grams of protein per day. Individuals engaging in intermittent activities such as football, rugby, etc. should ingest levels in the middle of this range, or 1.7 grams per kilogram per day. In this case, the person should consume about 119 grams of protein per day. People engaging in strength or power exercises such as heavyweight training should ingest level at the upper end of this age, that is 2 grams per kilogram per day. In this case, the person should consume about 140 grams of protein per day. In the additional reading section, I have linked up an article titled How to Eat 100 Grams of Protein Every Day for Vegetarians, Even Vegans. You might want to check that out. Contrary to popular wisdom, plant-based protein when combined together is as powerful as animal-based proteins. But you need to add a variety of plant-based food to ensure that you get all the essential amino acids that are required by the body. Go through that article as you will find a lot of useful information there. This concludes this lecture, and in the next lecture we shall discuss fats, which are the most misunderstood macronutrient in my opinion, but we will try and set things straight. Thanks for listening.